name's Brandon Abbasi. I'm a faithful believer in Christ.
Do you want to do like the CR
Sure, why
intro?
not?
Yeah. Okay. So,
Wait, that's the CR intro?
no, well, it's the start of the CR intro.
Why not?
That's
Like, and I'm struggling with, or do you not say that stuff?
Usually
Not yet?
not
You
yet.
don't? Oh,
Sometimes.
wow, the ladies group goes very different. We talk a lot. My name's Alicia. I'm a grateful believer in Jesus Christ, and I struggle with a whole slew of issues, which is why I get to sit here today.
I like that. That's good.
That is good.
Yeah. No, we don't open like that all the time, but it's nice.
In the private group, you
Okay.
you'll
You know,
say
men
like the things
communicate
that are
later.
on your mind, like.
Okay.
So I think my misconception of Celebrate Recovery was always recovery means that you have a drug problem, you have a alcohol problem, and I couldn't understand. I have close friends that have been doing Celebrate Recovery groups for years, and like you think you know until you're actually there. My first week there, I've been going there for a little over a year now. My first week, I didn't say anything at all. I didn't know anybody, and I was like, I don't have any problems. I'm fine. I'm just secretly depressed and emotional and and all these things. So I think when you hear hurts, habits, and hangups, you think that's like a generic, just like something to toss around, but we literally constantly are dealing with hurts, habits, and hangups. Some of them being really deep-seated over the course of years and years, and others that are just week by week, like a new diagnosis or a new thing or a bad work day. So for me, it goes way beyond this idea of drugs and alcohol. That is only a snippet of our group, like a very small snippet. And then when you get to the core issues, we all are struggling with the same things. We just treat it differently. So that's what it means to me.
Thank you. Brandon?
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Oh, actually really good.
It was really good.
Wow,
Definitely.
actually really good.
No offense, I'm sorry. didn't mean
No,
that.
it's funny.
No, Celebrate Recovery to me, so recovery itself kind of pinpoints, it's been labeled more as an addictive, bad coping strategy type group or process. But we recover, me personally, I've recovered from many things in life. Divorce, physical ailments and disabilities. My whole life had changed at one point due to an injury. Those little things that we don't really think about, we have to overcome those, and recovering through them to get back into a normal lifestyle. It may not be the same lifestyle, but a normal lifestyle. You become, what's the word I'm looking for? You kind of...
Like adapt?
Yes, thank you. You adapt into a new way of living, as well as you can. So Celebrate Recovery is, to me, in that manner. Every season of our life, or my life, it seems that there is one thing or another, mentally, emotionally, or physically, that I'm enduring. So it's a process for me that goes on day by day.
Yeah, seasons,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Seasons.
Celebrate Recovery is a national group, international actually, they're overseas now, and they have a process that we follow, right? So you have to, as an individual, go through this 26-week step study that you study yourself, and one by one you go through the internal steps with the Lord in the group that you're with, and you kind of learn to guide other people through that initial stage. So as a leader in the group, you would complete that step study and then help others through that along the way. Yeah.
It's interesting that you say 26 weeks because ours is taking so much longer.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing is like you can flex it to who's in the group. So our group started with 7, now we're down to 5 because it is very intensive and it's only an hour a week. Like we only meet for an hour a week. But it's the most intense hour of my week. It's the one I look forward to the most, and it's the one I look forward to the least. But those women know all the nooks and crannies, all the secrets come out. Like you get to stare yourself like right in the face. And then it's led by one person, but then we're well over halfway through. There's 4 books. Well, the initial one's 4 books, and we're on our last book. But now we all feel like we're leading it in different ways. So we've actually each taken turns now leading that week, which is it has been paramount for my walk with Jesus, really, like hands down.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it creates a new peace inside when you really confront the things that are stirring within you. They disappear. You know, there's just really no more concern about them. The fear is really minimized or gone, and you have a peace. So it's nice.
Yeah, I think.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah. Well, it makes me
Feel
think
free to study my books. I don't write in them, so you can see. I'm very open.
So I've gone through the step study twice, and then there's another leader that did another group that just finished. So we've been running, at least 1.5 to 2 years on it. The passion is actually the desire to no longer live the way I lived, if that makes sense. I got overwhelmed, I got tired, and I would wake up unhappy, and we're not always happy, but I wasn't content either, so the desire to change, self-improvement needs to come from a desire within, and that's, it's 26 to 30 weeks, whatever it may be. What's that, 6 months? 6-7 months out of, okay, I'm gonna learn skills to be okay, to be able to battle those things that come at me. It's a short-term investment for a long-term outcome.
Well, from that first week of admitting I had no problems and I was absolutely perfect and I was fine living in secret the way I was, when I signed up to do this, so there's a difference between the open group on Mondays and the step study. Ours is Wednesdays. But the difference for me was the open group's nice. You get really deep, you get really great relationships, but that intimacy that develops within that step group, that's why ours is going to be 52 weeks. We started in March, and we're just finishing up. So I think for me, I know you hear the line sick and tired of being sick and tired. No, I was sick and tired of being fake. I was sick and tired of pretending that I had it all together and constantly pushing this depression to the side. No, I'm fine, because everyone expects you to be happy. They have all these expectations for you, but really no one really cares. You're putting all those expectations on yourself. So the fire for this is just being able to, I've overcome a lot in just a year. And then being able to walk with people on the Monday night open group week after week, because like you said, it's seasons. Everybody walks through different things at different times. But the women that I've met, and it's on Monday, it's a co-ed group, but the women, obviously we break off, and so I'm really close with the women there. Those are my best friends. They know everything, more so than my first season of being a Christian, if you will. They know all the stuff. I don't have to hide a thing. And they have shared all of their stuff, and there's no, you can't trade that kind of intimacy for anything. That's where the fire comes. It's just this intimacy that develops, because then when you do hit a different season, you already have people in your corner to fall back into, and they know you, they know how you react. They'll call you out when you need to be called out, or they'll be there to just listen when you need to have someone just listen. So you can't trade that kind of intimacy. Felt yucky at first, but it's good.
Jonathan wrote that email before Christmas, the 5 gifts, right? And God gives us gifts. People are gifts. You are not meant to walk this alone, right? So to correlate with Jonathan's words, God created us to have support. Older people to help the younger people through the trials that they've already endured, right? Whether it's divorce, disability, financial burdens, and downfalls. And the group is made up of experience to help each one of us through that.
Where I may be more experienced in one thing, I lack experience in this other thing, and it's all different ages, and it's all different problems, and you realize that you're way more similar to people than you think.
Yeah, we're really not that different.
We're really not that different after all. We sound like a fortune cookie. We're like a tagline. We're really not that different after all. Is it a physical gift? A mental? You said physical, mental, emotional. There's so many gifts I want to give. I wrote this little thing on Christmas. I like to write, which is something I learned through CR, that I like to write, and I'm decent at it, mostly because it helps me process all my words since I talk a lot. But something I wrote up was this idea that people keep saying Christmas is going to look different this year. Christmas looks different this year, as if there's a shame about Christmas looking different. But doesn't every season look different? Isn't that kind of the point? So the gift I would give was just just this idea of being seen, known, and loved. I want you to feel this sense of calm that you are seen, you are valued, and you are known, especially around the holidays, because everything feels different. Everyone wants tradition and they want things to be this way and they have to go perfectly. I think it was Anne Marie that talked about at our Christmas party, simplify, like let's just simplify things. So that would be the gift I would give. Try to one-up the gift, Brandon.
It's not a competition.
It's not a competition.
It is now.
It is now.
I guess so. I was invited into it, right?
He's like, darn.
If I was to give CR a gift, I would say the hope of Christ.
Oh, he one-upped my gift. That's the gift.
He's like our map through this chaotic journey. You know, and as we get older, there's more chaos, and there's less peace, less gratitude, and, you know, thankfulness for the little things. So, you know, Jesus really grounds me in that, and I would encourage that hope too. Mm-hmm. That's what I would give.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alicia.
No, that's a way better gift. I will say, the difference between CR and other step study type groups is that our higher power is Jesus.
Yep.
So that's a huge
the major
difference.
Focus.
It's not like higher power being a doorknob, or I say that jokingly, but I know that has been communicated in some of our groups.
We don't have an idolized statue or anything.
Yeah.
God is, we recognize
so you gave the
God.
better gift, Brandon.
Again, there's no competition.
It wasn't.
Very gracious in victory, Brandon.
Somebody could help pay off my loans. That'd be great. No. Oh my goodness, Mia. There's so many cool ministries that exist at Elim Grace Church. I'm very involved with the Days in This House. We tag team into Celebrate Recovery really, really closely and intimately. So I feel like if I had hands on Gates stuff, it would go straight back out into this community of people that we've been building up, that God's been building up over the course of yeah, he's the one that keeps bringing the people. We say, we do dinner before Celebrate Recovery every week. We dinner at 5, and the Days in This House kind of pulls in a community member, makes it happen. It's open to anybody. But something we talk about this at dinner is like, it's really cool that a lot of the same people keep trickling back in. So it'd be really cool to empower those people to hit whatever dream they want. I don't know if that makes sense. I have some specific examples in my head, but I'm not Brandon answer.
And now, yeah, the Abbasi Foundation.
Well, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of responsibility, Joe. I've done a few different missions and ministries. I've traveled a little bit throughout the world doing that, and there are so many things that we don't think of. You know, I was part of building a missionary homestead, right? A school specifically to train missionaries. Would have never thought of that. You know, rebuilding devastation, you know, making sure God has a place that people can refuge to. Those are things that I've done. As far as CR, man, I would really implant some people on it's hard to volunteer a lot of time without an income, right? So, you know, if you can create a business to volunteer and serve the community, it's a beneficial way to do it. I thought about that with another program, to have the residents working to create that process, right? Mm-hmm. I would probably invest in something like that in multiple communities. You're talking a lot of money, so I mean, you're talking a lot of opportunity, right?
Yeah, there's not a lot of CR around here.
Yeah, you would, you know, things like that. Mm-hmm. Where the people don't have the direction, maybe the education, you know, to train them into something to help them learn to serve and give back as they need. I think that's probably what I would do with that kind of thing.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for your time.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Hey, Elim Grace. This is Pastor Joe. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed getting to know some of the servant leaders here at Elim Grace, stay tuned. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel. And if you can think of somebody that I should interview next, let me know.